But it is Monday, and as we all know, Monday is viewership day. So we got some fun stuff in store today. And as usual, we got to start off the day with a crazy RPGNerdos ship. So let's check out what the first RPGNerdos ship of the day is. It's called Lunar Fighter. Lunar Fighter. And it is a cool looking little ship here. Funny enough, you ordered a new PC today yourself. You're too lazy to build it yourself? Yeah, my brother did that. He got his built at like, I think he got his built at Best Buy. It's like, that's like the worst way you could do it. Just order one online rather than build it at Best Buy. It's so overpriced at Best Buy. What's up, taters? Alright, I like this. This is, I don't know, I almost get like a Hollow Knight vibe from this. Like it's a Hollow Knight head turned sideways or something. The Shilphen. Interesting name. Excuse me, still waking up here. What do we got here? The Lunar Fighter. This quick, small vessel embraces all strengths and weaknesses of lunar vessels. Its powerful celestial shielding, potent weaponry, and inability to acquire any special systems, AE systems. Okay. Luckily, you aren't defenseless. The ship also comes with a disruption field that tampers with your enemy's special system of your choice. Interesting. So no hidden augments, or no augments here. I don't know if there are any. Usually there'd be like an augment telling us what's hidden if there are augments going on. We have max level sensors. We have level 3 weapons. What are our weapons? We got a Coral Cannon Mark II. The heavier version of Coral Cannon deploys 4 lighter corals and 2 heavy corals. Yeah, this is kind of like a flak thing with something that breaks the shield and then big shots that come in after the shield is broken. That's pretty cool. 3 power, 6 shots. So 4 light corals to break shields, 2 heavy corals to do big damage. It pierces 1 shield. 40% breach chance, 40% stun chance, and does crew damage. And then we have a Lancer rocket. Heavy counterpart to the Lido missile launcher has been devised by Rockman to emphasize the brute force they resort to. Takes longer to fire, has improved accuracy, completely ignores hull armor. 1 power, 12-second charge time, 1 shot, 1 damage, pierces all shields, and has a 100% breach chance and slight accuracy modifier. Interesting. There are hidden augments. You'll be using computer unit quite a lot this run. Okay, alright. You see a starting human. Alright, Grima, we'll get you on board. Let's see. We're gonna buy drone plus teleporter. Big hype. Yeah, I guess we might have to, because that's our only choice. What's up, Dale? How are you doing? Happy Monday to you, Pseudo Drifter. The big corals pierce a shield, but the small dome makes it potentially viable with beams. Okay. Alright, well, let's check this one out. Do we have Gibbs for the rebellion? We have the invisibility Gibbs, the best type of Gibbs. Alright. So we got, I think, we can get the use weapon cooldown. It's probably what we. Excuse me, I'm still waking up this morning. What we usually want to get there. Alright, so we're going to be using the computer thing, so we should check out what this thing can do. Oh, we have an artillery. I didn't even look at the artillery. Artillery fires 3 light celestial bolts that penetrate normal shields. Once they hit the ship, they spawn celestial remnants that can be moved around. Interesting. This mysterious artillery fires shield-piercing projectiles that inflict hull damage, then spawn celestial remnants that can do system damage. Move them wherever you want to do system damage. MGN Celestial Cannon. Interesting. MGN, is it like magnetic or something? Human time. That's right, human time. Let's see what this thing can do. Alright, we got a disruption field. Deploy disruption field, forcing power out of enemy's non-essential system. At 3 drone parts and 40 scrap, we can strengthen the field, allowing it to block 2 power bars instead of 1. Okay. I don't have any augments to internalize. See effects. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be using some sort of special ability of this guy, it seems like. See how that works. I want to keep my crew where they are. I guess this is fine. The Bastel Golem, how are you doing? No, it's rock time. Oh, okay. I'll get you after this jump. We can't get hacking this run, but we can get drone control, so... Oh, I think we have a Zoltan shield of some sort. 7 Zoltan shields? Something like that. Rock time for candy. Alright.
Thanks for subscribing to the channel.
Looks like we have extra crew spots. 2 extra, okay. The thing that costs drones and scrap is a permanent upgrade, by the way. Right. Oh, I assumed that this was an upgrade. That, for the disruption field makes it Mark II, is what I assumed. You haven't been here in a while, Bastigal? Well, glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Mr. Shogi with the tier 2 subbage for 81 months, sir. You are amazing. Let's have a pizza party. If my math is correct, 81 months is like 30 years. I mean, I will believe that math. Sounds about right to me. Sounds about right to me. Thank you for the amazing support, man. Hope you're doing well, sir. Of course, you're probably at work, so probably not as happy as you could be. Okay. Oh, they got things really fast. Okay. Alright, and I could do crew damage here. Or system damage. Oh, they explode to do system damage is how that works. Interesting. Okay. Okay. A pizza party, huh? I've kind of sworn off pizza after the stomach issue as I'd had in the past. But what I will say is I feel like I think I'm finally getting my stomach's issues figured out. There's an amazing thing called Citrusil, which is like a fiber supplement that I've started to take that doesn't cause a ridiculous amount of other side effects. So, you know, maybe finally finding a new normal, which is a happy time for me. You have problems with finding ideas and time to make custom ships, so sorry for no ships in a while. That's okay, Bastigal. I never have to apologize. We've had some new folks sending us ships, so we've definitely not been running out of ships lately, that's for sure. It has a single basic laser, so I could do some training here if I want to. Feel free to check what systems you can affect with your disruption field. Oh, I forgot! Alright. Flight control, hacking, cloaking, teleporter, drone control. Alright, so if we do this... What does this 2 number mean? We basically turned their drone control off. I should have done that last time. It's Monday, so essentially it's Armageddon for you. Sorry to hear that. Armageddon. I'm not gonna trade. Who even needs a trade? What's up, Lobso? I'm doing well. Doing well. Shogi, so one of the guys are bugging out. Ashes of Creation streamers I've watched has been playing Rift to be like the MMO that he revisits. And I don't know if you played much Rift back in the past, but I started that up the other day, playing a Bard in Rift again. What's the upgrade? It's 40. I don't know if I want to upgrade that before second shield. I think I'm going to do second shield. And maybe we'll get that artillery upgrade, but the special ability upgrade. You saw me playing that yesterday, yeah. There's a lot of like catch-up mechanics to make the leveling go faster. So like I'm already like level 22 or something. So it's pretty fun. Rift is like, you know, it's like one of the original WoW clones that I thought was one of the better ones. So I'm going playing it a bit again. No Rest for the Wicked comes out this week. You're very excited. Was that zombie medieval fighting game, or is that something else? Okay, that gets us our second shield. Stack scrap for that. I want this weapon upgrade. We need 35 scrap. But I might want to do the upgrade to the robot thing that I keep forgetting to use. That's the ARPG from Moon Studios. Oh, yes, the ARPG from the People who did, was it Ari and the Blind Forest? Do one and actually. Interesting. Okay. Is it early access that's coming out, or is it the full game? All right, let's see if let's actually remember to use this time. Let's get rid of their drone control. These guys can't do damage to it. You ever feel like seeing enemy systems being affected, you can manage sensors after you use the destruction field. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Alright, so we can see that it's taken 2... So I guess that number next to the ability is the number of system powers taken out of that system or something. Have I seen Inkbound? I think I have. Decadal turn-based roguelite made by the same people as Monster Train. Yeah, but it's an early access, right? And I don't know if I've played it yet. Isn't there like a early access or something for it? I can't remember if I played like the demo for it or not. You're still waiting for a release date on Light No Fire. It looks so good, but you got no idea when it comes out, huh? Oh, there's a lot of different games people are interested in. Early access is still pretty fun. I feel like I played that early access on stream and it was interesting, but it didn't really catch me as much as Monster Train did. I might have to revisit it at some point. I'm probably not going to touch it again until it's in full release, to be honest. I have enough early access games to play, and I have enough games that I already own that I haven't played yet. This is one of the best things in the game. Long-range scanners and advanced FTL navigation Mark II. So I'm going to sell Abyssal Lantern to get that. It's too good. Let's just see my jumps and jump to any jump I want to in a sector. It's pretty crazy OP. Early access, it'll be discounted, but you're still looking forward to it. Which one are you talking about, Cantonon? You're talking about No Rest for the Wicked, and it's early access coming. Okay. Yeah, kind of the only early access game I'm interested in is Path of Exile 2, and that got pushed back, so there's not any other early access games that I'm like super looking at right now. That Path of Exile 2. And that one got delayed, so who knows when that's happening. I think later this year sometime. So this ship, the downsides are you can't buy hacking or mind control, I think. Wow, that's a great word. The upsides are that it starts ridiculously strong and has an artillery that's actually pretty useful. Alright, do I want to do weapon upgrade or do I want to do artillery upgrade? Do weapon upgrade so we have this missile, and then maybe I'll consider artillery or this that I keep not using. We're fighting so many enemies that don't actually do damage to me that I don't even need to use a special ability of the guy. Some of your friends that got closed beta access to Throne and Liberty streamed a bit in our Discord. Holy crap, that game looks amazing. Character customization alone is intense. Friends of creating MMO, they almost always go hard on purification. Yeah, I have seen video of Throne and Liberty, and it does look good, and that does not excite me at all. Because I have played so many Korean MMOs that look amazing and are just pay-to-win garbage that... And every video I've seen makes it look like it's going to be the same pay-to-win garbage that I just can't really care to get excited about it. Just hope that lots of games are good this year. You've been disappointed the last couple of years. Yeah. Wow, we're fighting so many ships that can't get through our shields. Let's just do this anyway. The only thing I can affect is mind control, hacking, cloaking, teleport, drone control. So I can't actually use it against normal ships like this, actually. Here, I'll mess up your mind control that doesn't use The Throne and Liberty, I refuse to get excited for it. Korean MMO, it's gonna probably be pay to win. Unless it really surprises me, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be not that amazing. Maybe I'll be wrong. I can hope that I'm wrong, but I watch many YouTubers who follow those things, and from what I've seen, the combat looks pretty mid-tier. If the combat's not good, an MMO is just not going to interest me. Streams are not sponsored nor approved. The NDA is really hard, and there wasn't any pay options listed. If you think a Korean MMO is going to come out and not be pay to win, you are huffing the copium, as one of the streams I watch would say. It is a Korean MMO being distributed by Amazon. If you don't think there's going to be pay to win all over that, you are in denial, my friend. Don't control. Here we go. And from what I've seen of people who have covered Throne and Liberty, there already is a cash shop and there's an early access. So, if you... I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. So this thing gets spawned when our computer does its disabling thing. So it spawns a crew that then gives me a low health message. 34 scrap. What do I want to do? Do I want to save up the 40 for this upgrade? Not sure if I want to upgrade the artillery yet. Okay, again, can't do damage to me. Wow, so many ships in these first two sectors have been unable to do damage to me. Always happens on hard or on viewership days where it's like just an easy day of ships that are easier than if I was playing on vanilla. Firm breach there. Basically, it's got a cooldown system on disruption field. Also, if you decide to change a system you disrupt mid-fight, the original system you target will be functional. You can change it mid-fight? I'll have to see how to do that. Throne and Liberty is even half as playable as the current market of MMOs, and the PvP is survivable. Probably going to be playing it. The market for MMOs is getting just boring. True, and it's why I don't get excited for anything except for Ashes of Creation, because I follow that game like a ridiculous amount. I hope Throne and Liberty's good. I don't care about PvP very much, but I know a lot of people care about that, so. Drone control. How would I go about changing it? Because I can't use his ability again. RPG, how are you supposed to change the target? I don't see how you do that. You need the cooldown to reset? Okay. So the fights have to go longer, so that's probably not going to happen. So this crew member has to die. And you said if you change target, the original system will be functional again. Okay. Yeah, probably only the boss fight will even have the option for that. Because the systems we can target aren't even... We don't have that many systems we can target. Because we can't target weapons or shields or anything. The artillery sound is nice? Yeah. RPG always does a good job with all that. Alright, we do have crew. There's only 2 guys boarding us. But yeah, sorry, Kenton. I'm not trying to rain on your Throne and Liberty parade. I'm just... I have very little faith that any MMOs coming out in the next year are gonna be that interesting from all I've seen. The Dune MMO might be kind of cool. It's like a survival MMO. I don't know if I've ever seen a survival MMO actually done very well. Pax Dei is one that's had some testing phases that might come out this year. I watched a video from Force Gaming talking about the MMOs that could potentially come out this year. And Throne and Liberty was one he talked about. There's a bunch of others. I'm gonna get level 2 piloting. I have to risk my crew if this is manly search. We should make our own MMO. I'm down. I'm down. With hookers and whatever that's saying. Getting to see it, and we kind of passed our Steam accounts around. It looks like a worth MMO to play for how it was in beta at least. Yeah. And that was a lot of missed shots for us. Okay, so if I do this, the 2 of them there, nice. No weapons for you, sir. I'll be honest, if Throne and Liberty is free to play, I'll try it. As much as I say I don't have much faith in it, I pretty much try every MMO that doesn't cost me money to try, since so many of them are free to play. Which is one good thing about MMOs in the modern day, I guess, is the pay model of free to play at least makes it cheap to try out. Like I tried out Guild Wars 2. Like if I look at my thing here, Guild Wars 2. Route of the Avatar was a free-to-play thing I checked out. Star Wars Galaxy's Resurrection. Rift, I've been playing the last couple days. Like, Dungeons & Dragons Online, I keep trying to find an MMO that I find interesting, and the MMO genre is chock full of uninteresting things. That's why it's hard for me to get excited about anything. If you're interested in Throne and Liberty Shogunate, but it's free to play, and you've seen that there's pay to progress, which is essentially pay to win. It looks great, and you're gonna play it. You just hope it's not a grind fest. Yeah. What I'm worried about is the combat, because when I play a lot of the Korean MMOs, like BDO was interesting, but it just became a grindy spam fest, which is what a lot of MMOs become. So I hope Throne and Liberty is not a grindy spam fest. I hope there's some build diversity and interesting clash choices. If I go here, I can get 5. But... You haven't heard about Rift in a while? I used to play a long time ago. Can't remember why you stopped playing. Well, you probably just got bored. Like most MMOs, it's kind of just watered down WoW. But Rift has some interesting things going on. It has a bard in it, so I'm replaying the bard in Rift. I have a feeling I'll get bored of it in less than a week because I won't have people to play with, and playing an MMO when you don't have people to play with is kind of just a lost cause. There's like hardly anybody in the game from what I've seen. Pretty niche, I guess you could say. Throne and Liberty's tab target, combat with Guild Wars 2 style skills. You don't have to weapon swap either to use your second weapon. Build diversity is what has most of mind games. Your main discipline group of friends interested. Well, I hope it is interesting, because if it is interesting, I will definitely play it. You're about to ask how's the player count for Rift. Well, it's weird. Like I see some people in the chat, and I did one. They have something called like Instant Adventure. And I played with a couple people, but that was just a bunch of spammy stuff, people running around, and I didn't even know what they were doing. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna keep my attention that long, to be honest. Speaking of keep my attention, are there any good weapons here? By a low, can we get a hull laser? This coral can is insane, and it's gonna carry me for a while, so. It feels a little anti-synergistic with other laser type weapons, but I guess it's not that anti-synergistic, so maybe I get a laser one. What's the charge time on this guy? 18 seconds. It's a little slow. Kind of one of the more boring choices, but I'm going to take that. I could do one weapon upgrade. I don't have to use my missiles, although the missile's pretty good, honestly. Something like that. You said no special systems, so that means there's not even backup battery in your mod, is there? I'm not sure if I like that. But, you know, our ship's probably OP enough that it doesn't matter. We'll start. What is the beehive system you always see in stores? It's something that's on a ship we played, and I don't remember exactly how it works. RPGNerdos would have to describe that. Let's do this. Remember to use this on drone control. Knock that guy out. Very good. Protected from the pulsar bar result and shield. Never surrender. You want to go back to WoW Classic, not interested in hardcore since you're 100% certain to die? I don't know. WoW Classic, last time we played it, people kind of quit by the time before we even got to max level on Burning Crusade Classic, so I don't know. I'm enjoying my hardcore run though. What would be my ideal MMO? What features would you say are most important? Basically everything that Ashes of Creation is putting in, Lob. So build diversity, a large world to explore, a playable bard, updated combat systems, a move away from theme park, just do quests, go kill boars, go back to town. Like a more dynamic questing system. Basically everything that Ashes of Creation is doing is what I want in an MMO. And that's why I talk about it all the time, is why I'm most excited about that of any other game. No backup battery in the mod, sad. Okay, let's do that. That said, you can buy more than 25 reactor power in your mod. Okay, that's good at least. You kind of just want to battleground it up on WoW. AB and AB are calling you. Was that a Raffi Basin in Alterac Valley? I don't know. To me, the reason to go back to WoW and Classic is I kind of want to try the dungeons and raiding again. I'm enjoying the leveling process in Classic Hardcore, though. Hardcore Classic, I will say it. Forget to do this. Thanks for the follow, Mixed IK. For the follow. Okay. You are bad at putting out fire, so you're good. Holy, free fire beam. Okay. You sir know how to deal. Not you. What is this goofy ship? It is a ship created by RPGNerdos. That is called the something. What is it called? The Lunar Fighter, I think it's called. I'm not sure if there's any other game inspiration for this one, like RPG often has, but you create like factions of ships, and this is part of the Lunar faction. Tried to explain to new gamers how insane AV was back in the day. Players would fail mid 40-man raid just to join in Alterac Valley, huh? Yeah, I did have a character that I PvP'd on. I actually liked the smaller ones better than Alterac Valley, because to me, large-scale PvP, as much as a lot of people like it, becomes too chaotic to me to feel like you're actually oh, I could have gotten rid of this teleporter. Contributing. 6 fuel's a pretty good deal, actually. Nah, let's be greedy. Damn, that mini beam started a damn fire. Okay, fire's out at least. Hurry up and repair. Jesus, you guys are slow. Jesus! Go heal. This. Okay, we got a store, another asteroid field, alright. If you ever get the itch, you'll jump back in as long as we agree to never run No More Gun again in our adult lives. Okay, Shogi, I'll let you know if I want to re-explore Classic. I mean, we started Season of Discovery and we just kind of stopped. There's no Season of Discovery we could play. I mean, do you remember that we started that? I played Season of Discovery off stream a week or two ago again to play my rogue a little bit. So just let me know when you want to get on some night. Oh, I didn't time that perfectly. Okay, nice. Altark Valley was not your normal PvP map though. The PvE VP aspect was so unique. I mean, it wasn't unique back in the day, but others, I think other games have done it. Now, I mean, Elder Scrolls Online has its Cyrodiil, which has a lot of similar aspects to that. So there are other games that do that now, if you want to re-experience that. I don't know if any have done it as well, but... 7-6. Do some backtracking a bit here. Albrook Valley matches would go on for hours. It was awesome. You managed to sneak in back, cap, spawn bunkers, and reset the other team. So much fun. Now, what are we doing here? So I can buy a system now if I want. Do I have anything to sell? Drone control. I mean, I have no crew for teleporter to be useful. I should probably buy drone control. Does it come with a defense drone? No. Damn. All the weapons I have are actually pretty good. I don't know if I want to sell anything. I probably wait till drone control has defense drone just for sale with it. I think I do nothing unless I buy an NG here. Blast Mark 1, but I have a good 1 power weapon already. Man, these stores are... I guess I'm not saving up enough scrap. I think I need to save up more scrap. Guys are slow on our ship, but the ship is small at least. True. True. This and disruption. Control. It spawns a crew who's trained in shields for some reason. You're down for the Season of Discovery. You just got the feeling I didn't enjoy it. Well, I don't know, it's hard for me, Shogi, to... Like, when I play a game off stream, I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to spend a whole lot of time in it. I like just kind of gravitate, go between different games, because when I stream and I'm playing WoW, playing it off stream can feel like work. But if I have somebody to play with, it would feel less like work. So if you want to play some more Season of Discovery, just let me know. Like over the weekend, I spent about 3 hours on Hardcore Classic just doing trade skill stuff. And it was kind of fun, but it started to feel a little bit like work since, you know, I was basically, you know, it's like doing work when you're not at work or something. But it was something I wanted to get done to give me better tools to not die in Hardcore Classic kind of thing. To be honest, you think Altark Valley still has the best PvP? Okay. I guess I don't remember it with quite as rose-tinted glasses as you do. You're not thinking about trying to make games, but you know you never will because you can't stick on a project for more than 2 weeks, huh? Wow, okay, all the stores. I can afford drone control now, so let's hope there's a drone control with a defense drone for sale at one of these places. ESO refuses to balance the game around PvP, so sometimes the Cyrodiil map gets out of hand. That's what I want. Oh yeah, I can't say anything for Elder Scrolls Online's balance, but again, I don't care about PvP that much. I did Cyrodiil for a little while and it was interesting. But I don't know if it's that good compared to other games PvP, to be honest. I just know when I tried it, I was pleasantly surprised that I found it slightly more interesting than I thought it would. The thing is that ESO basically forces you to do PvP. Oh, there's nothing effect here. If you want to get certain skills in the game, which is an interesting way to incentivize players to do their PvP. Just enough jobs. But the only reason I did Cyrodiil was to unlock Paltrop's ability for my build. But I never really did it for fun. I did it because I wanted an ability that I was required to do PvP to unlock. Rose-tinted Glass is harsh. AB truly was a great map concept until WoW. First big expansion left it in the dust in terms of balance. I mean, I'm not... I think all of us who are talking about loving our MMOs from the past, no matter how good they were, are still looking at it with rose-tinted glasses. I played non-stop in Burning Crusade, and as much as I enjoyed it, I can recognize that Burning Crusade is when they started putting dailies and that grind in. And holy crap, we just got an amazing drone, defense drone. And me saying that I think that was the best time in WoW's history is probably some rose-tinted glasses, you know? I still think that because that's when I played the most and grouped up and rated the most. But if I were to go back and experience what I did back then, which we kind of did when Burning Crusade Classic came out, it got pretty grindy and tedious. You know, every MMO ever, I guess, but Burning Crusade had the best war spec ever for PvP, then they nerfed it, the jerks. Yeah. Wow. Weapons are not amazing. So what is this drone we just got? Adaptive Combat Drone Mark II. Perfected drone schematic is much faster than its predecessor, still dealing double hull damage against empty rooms. Oh, it's a combat drone. I thought this was a defense drone. Double system damage against system rooms. Interesting. I might actually use this. So it's a whole laser drone. Very cool. I might want to get drone recovery arm if we can find one, and I need to buy all the fuel with the way fuel works in this pod. Still haven't upgraded this thing. Do I want to? This is what I will say about this disruption field. It's most useful against the really annoying fights, aka disruptors. So I really should invest in upgrading it, I think. I really should invest in it. You're still salty about them nerfing that warrior spec. It's been like 15 years. You might want to get over it. The drone could be handy for getting through Zelda Shield as well. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna buy a cheap human. I know, it's a human. Why would I do such a thing? He actually has training I need, and it's cheap. That's why I would do such a thing. You've reactivated your WoW account again. You forgot you were playing a mage. Are you talking about in and then 4 chart negative. Talking about Season of Discovery? Yeah, you were gonna play a healing mage, and I was gonna try to be a tanking rogue, right? I think that's what our plan was. There's a lot of stores in this mob. I think mod sell the con. I think that's what you're gonna do. Someone at Blizzard was a rogue main, and they were mad warriors, could AFK and still kill a rogue thanks to Thorn's damage. Yeah, that's pretty stupid if that works that way. Even if warriors counter rogues, They shouldn't be able to AFK and kill somebody. Okay, so enemies can have mind control. Care about maybe half power nebulas. Disruption field can be situational, though upgrading it means you'll be shutting down more advanced special systems. Just gotta figure out when exactly you want to upgrade it and if you want to upgrade it. Well, I do want to upgrade it. It's just kind of expensive. I don't have a store for a while, so let's do the upgrade now. Do that. I don't want to upgrade my drone control too. I can use this as a combat drone. That's it. Rogues had free reign for years. They could use a humbling. Sure. Okay, these weapons are slow. That is the downside of them. They are very slow. Okay, we got double beam drones. Let's get some up here. This and this. What's the technique called where you hack the second a burstlet or two fires its first shot, not resetting the charge time, but meaning the next time it fires, it only fires 2 shots? I don't know what that technique is called. I don't know if there's a name for it because I think that's frame perfect and I never tried to relate that. What's up, man? How am I doing? Pretty good. You just did it by accident? Well, nice. Well done. I'm pretty sure you usually only do that by accident because of how difficult it is to do that, Zack Dog. Oh man, do I skip jumps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't even need to skip jumps. Hopefully some of these aren't empty. Nice, that one was not empty. Okay. He's running. I'm gonna try out this combat drone for the first time. Sure, let's do it. And let's disrupt his drone control. So now it takes 3 power out of the drone control. Okay. Okay, now I can't run. Now we really can't run. Nice, nice. Okay. This and this. Beautiful. And there's one more upgrade available as well. I see. It looks really expensive. Add finishing touch to destruction field, allowing it to block 3 power bars instead of 2. 7 missiles, 5 drone parts, 70 scraps. We can basically turn off cloaking or another system. Pretty OP. I'm gonna hold off on that. I need to save up some scrap to maybe get other systems. That is a lot of lasers, sir. A lot. Can I get rid of his cloaking? Can, actually. Okay, there we go. A little delayed on that. Need to remember to use that immediately. Okay, we've dodged 0 shots so far. Not ideal. He gets 2 volleys before I get a single volley. With cloaking and the slow nature of my weapons. So this guy took damage because he shoot weapons. They jerks shot my weapons. The jokes, I tells ya, the jokes. Okay. We have a lot of jumps we could do. Oh man, I swear Mondays I just can't wake up. My brain, whatever reason, the weekend when I rest takes me forever to recover from the weekend. Well, Canton, if you liked Altarok Valley so much, are you playing WoW Classic to experience it again? It seemed weird to... You have the option to. I'm sure there's probably active servers for Altarok Valley, and you can just choose the era you liked the most. If it was Classic or Burning Crusade. I guess if it's Burning Crusade, maybe it's they nerfed your favorite build of Warrior or something. I don't know. Lord, no, you chose Aeon as your bad MMO to play until Throne comes out. Aeon, okay. I remember playing that one. I definitely remember that one. That's the one where you get wings and can like glide, right? I remember that one. And Terra Online was the one where can't do giant spiders. Terra Online was the one where they had a Lancer class that I played. There was like an interesting tank class. Oh, there's even flight combat. I didn't know you did that in combat. Oh, you could use flight in combat. Yeah, I have like no fuel, man. Made a reloader. There's teleporter. I need all the fuel. Did I buy the teleporter? Is that my last system slot? Yes, it is, and that's probably what I want. It's interesting. You said you took out AE systems, but Clone Bay is available. And Clone Bay was Advanced Edition, if I'm not crazy. So you left in one Advanced Edition system, and it's Clone Bay for some reason. Alright, let's buy that just so our systems are done. Drone recovery arm is thinking about one to get. AE systems have made an exception to Clone Bay of all things since it switches with Med Bay and all. Okay, alright. Could have had a free NG, no free NG. This uses the same amount of fuel if I just go there than there, I guess. Why no AE systems? Is that part of the ship gimmick? Yeah, it's part of the ship gimmick. And nothing I can use the advanced thing on. We have this special ability disruption field that lets us turn off their special systems or disable them or weaken them or something. But in trade-off, we don't get those same special systems. Frickin' Neo over here. Frickin' Neo. The Doges. No, it's not because there's no space. It's because there's always a reason for RPGNerdos design decisions. Usually they're lore based. I think it has something to do with the Lunar faction or something. Not 100% sure. Another charted nebula. Okay, well I need some stores with fuel, so hopefully there are stores with fuel in these nebula sectors. Let's do economic. No, let's just do standard actually. Stores. Skip some empty jumps, I guess. The Lunar Empire has not developed any of the systems used in the FTL galaxy, but they use unique weaponry, stronger form resultant shielding, and have developed disruption fields to counter the tech known in FTL. Essentially, can level the playing field. There you go. There's your... I hadn't even sold that thing. What does this thing do again? There's your RPGNerdos lore reason for why we can't use AE systems. And steal less damage against Rockman. I forgot to sell that, but it actually worked out that I didn't sell it. So I got it again, funnily enough. Funnily enough. Alright, store, what you got? Home bay. Buy all of the fuel. Well, thank you for having 7 fuel. So I have a defense drone. I kind of want to buy crew. So the enemy's going to have mind control, so I could get my pilot. Slug, not trained in piloting, that's okay. I still think I want to get you. You have all of the training maxed by now, it's fine. Oh crap, I could have... Wait. I didn't see cloaking at a store, and cloaking is not AE. Why did I buy teleporter? Is cloaking available to buy in your mod RPG? Because I saw a bunch of stores, and I don't think I saw it once, did I? Did I screw myself by not waiting to see cloaking, or did you take cloaking out of viable systems? Cloaking counts as a special system. Okay, well at least I didn't miss out on it. Okay. Interesting. The boss fight's going to be very hard with no cloaking, so I'm going to have to get 4th shield, so I don't know if I can get other upgrades you were hoping I would get. This. Turn off that drone. Good. Definitely a weaker ship, system-wise, and that's why he made up for it with the disruption system, I guess. 4 fuel. I don't need the fuel, but I'm agreed. Okay. Probably should have worded it better, honestly. You didn't know how else to put it in words. You mean the fact that you don't get AE systems, but it's not just AE systems you don't get? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to word that. If you're gonna make an exception to, like,
fucking damn it,
cloaking
game.
and stuff.
What the actual fuck?
Alright, Pastor Rand, it's okay, it's okay. Let's get you here. Gotta have shields. 5 dodges. Could your computer added tool somehow have to feature a reignite the Zoltan shield? Okay. Now I can. Alright, this hacking is coming. Get rid of it. No hacking allowed. Nice, there we go. That's very much possible to do, to reignite Zoltan Shield. Probably just use the same function the boss uses for that, yeah. Okay, alright. Lots of free stuff, as usual, and viewership day, just give me all of the free stuff. What do I want to upgrade next? I feel like after 5, I probably just need to start saving up for Zoltan for level 4 shields. No cloaking. Phase 2 of the boss is going to be rough. And I saw an anti-drone drone earlier. I maybe should have bought that. Yeah, the boss fight does reignite it, so the functionality is already there. I don't even know if you have to use that to reignite it. I don't know. I can turn off his teleporter though. I mean, why not? Use his special ability. You know, I'm gonna take 5 fuel. We are always low on fuel in RPGNerdos mod because of the way it costs more fuel to get extra jumps. Looks like SM4 starts shooting this year. What is SM4? SM4. Secret of Mana, Scarlet Monastery. I'm drawing a blank. Spider-Man. Oh, okay. All right. I have no shields. Okay. Okay. Should have known. That should make the fight safe, right? Oh, it's not quite safe. It is if I use a defense. Just use a defense drop. Just use it. I got plenty of trouble.
FTL, I don't know why you don't want to have
The
friends.
next mana game looks promising, speaking of. My friend Tim, when I went and visit my brother a couple weeks ago, he has this book that's like the artwork of all the mana games, and I need to actually play a bunch of the ones that I never played. Like, I never played the second one, which he said is really good. So Spider-Man 4 starts shooting later this year, probably means a 2026 release. Okay. Is that... I never quite understand how that's going to work with the whole Sony and Disney ownership of it. Is it gonna be Tom, what's his face again, and Zendaya, or is something else happening? I just don't understand. Tom Brady, I know, right? Tom Brady plays Spider-Man. Tom Holland, thank you. The remake for Secret Man is good. I've heard that the remake for the first one was not super, but I would still play it again because of my love of the game and nostalgia. But it'd probably be best to play the remake of the second one. Disney rents the rights to Spider-Man, but usually not the rest of the Spider-Man universe. The ship will probably die in 3 beam swipes now that you're thinking about it. Anybody remember Star Tropics? I think that was the first RPG I ever played. Had a big poster for it. I think I ever played Star Tropics. Disney doesn't rent the rights. Sony owns the theatrical rights for Spider-Man. The second one was almost a full remake. You're talking about Secret of Mana, I think. The OG Secret of Mana was remastered and it was fine. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played any of the remakes. Another one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna do it someday, and it's too many things to play, and now I'm stuck on WoW Hardcore Classic. And I'm not sad about that because I'm having a blast with it, but it's meaning I'm not playing any of it. Got a small bomb to sell. Never really liked the temp style of charging up levels to unleash one attack. Oh, so you didn't actually like the original Secret of Mana that much then? I keep seeing Clone Bay. I probably should just buy it now. Giant alien spiders twice. Oh, there's drone recovery arm. Yes, I do want that. Now I can use the advanced combat. Final. 2 more sectors to get 4th seal and other upgrades up. What are those other upgrades I want to get? I don't know, it's a lot. I need power for sure since we're never getting backup batteries. Let's get that. The story was amazing for Secret Mana. You were kind of too young to just decide not to play it. Skip over to here, I can't. They just partner up to keep using Tom Holland, who is Disney Marvel's version of Peter Parker in the movies, but Sony can say no at any time, but they're smart since their own Marvel movies are so garbage they need the cash. Yeah. One of the things that I did do while on break was my brother was watching a a Red Letter Media video where they were doing a review of whatever Sony's latest superhero movie was. And I think it was something that was like using the Spider-Man IP, but not in a good way. I don't know, I forget what it was. Like there's some female superhero or something. Like Widow or something, I don't know, I forget. What is Charted Nebula? It's a nebula in RPGNerdos mod that when you go into it, you see every jump. So it's a new type of sector in RPGNerdos mod. And yes, it's OP, and I pretty much go there every time. Do you have any special signal I can knock out? You just not approve. Honestly, getting teleporter in this mod doesn't feel that good when I can't have hacking to buff it. Now. Although we do have Crystal Crew, so you know that might by itself make it worth using. Lockdown. Love to not take this missile. It's a laser face. Shoot an empty room with a hull laser here. Oh, the freaking dodges though. Okay. Come on, finish him. I will say, as cool as this Coral Cannon is, it's freaking slow as hell. With no cloaking, no hacking, it's harder to use slow weapons when you don't have cloaking and hacking. Or RLM, Red Leader Media, has posted a review for Predator 2 this weekend. Meant to watch it this morning. Yeah, my brother watches all of Red Letter Media stuff. Like, literally everything they post in. Was it Venom? No, it wasn't Venom. I don't know. It was the Red Letter Media video. It was pretty funny. Basically, they were pretending to be really bad streamers who were paid by Sony to hype up their movie, and it was pretty funny. People say the animated Spider-Verse movies are beyond great, though. True. Those are probably the best. And I assume that's done by Sony since they have the rights to that stuff. So that's probably the best. Some of the best superhero movies just out. With Marvel being more and more generic over the years. The weapon hits hard, but it ain't a fast one. Not too shabby when paired with Halberd Beam and Burst Laser 3, but too slow. Yeah, we haven't really had a good option for another slow weapon except maybe Fire Beam, but this beam I feel like doesn't work very well with this without hacking, since this won't guaranteed take out all the sheep. You enjoy the Venom movies enough, mostly because Tom Hardy is great, but Morbius was god-awful. Madam Web. That was the one, Madam Web. Watch the Red Letter Media review of Madam Web. It's pretty funny. Madam Web essentially went straight to streaming, and the upcoming Craven doesn't look great either. Okay. Get third shield since I can't find cloaking on this ship. Trying to rely on the Zoltan shield and it's just not good enough without cloaking. Yeah. Somehow we took little to no damage there, thankfully. I keep forgetting. Why do I not have my Lancer online? I don't know why I keep having that off. Their Nerd Crew stuff is really funny. Yes, it was the Nerd Crew. Yeah, that's what it was. The Coral Cannon Mark II has 4 projectiles for taking down shields. Madam Web made you so mad they went so far off the comic character you just couldn't deal with it. Well, the review that I haven't watched Madam Web, but the funny thing about their Nerd Crew review of Madam Web was they basically were just copying the buzzwords that all of these Madam Web what's the word? PR stuff was harping, you know, like strong female character and going in a new direction, and you know, like all the buzzwords for movies trying to get Marvel crowds, but with something different than what Marvel does, you know. I don't know, it was pretty funny. Madam Web is so bad that Dakota Johnson, you heard on the day the movie was released, left her agent group who got her the movie to distance herself from it all. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad that you change your agency because they convince you to do a movie that you wish you hadn't done. If that's really true. I don't know if that's true. It sounds a bit like a meme, but does sound funny. What do I want to upgrade? Do I want to start investing into artillery? I want to invest in my drone control too, but I do need to get 4th shield as well. The actors, you think, did as good a job as they could. The writing was just not good. Upgrading artillery might contribute to getting rid of some enemies' offense sooner, or improving engines, though those are just suggestions. Okay, you know what? Let's remember to do this. They have cloaking. More cloaking for you. I feel like that's the case with a lot of things, not just movies, but like video games and TV shows in recent years. Like I wanted to enjoy Kenobi, and I think Ewan McGregor did a great job, but just it felt like the story was just not well written. Same with like Book of Boba Fett. I watched one episode and was like, this is just like so many things I want to enjoy, but it's like, is the writing just getting that bad, or is all they care about special effects so they don't hire writers? I don't know, man. You think Kenobi started good and then it just fell apart? I don't know. I don't remember hating the story of Kenobi, but it just feels like they keep going back to the same stuff. Oh, he fought Darth Vader. I mean, oh, a young Princess Leia. Like, really? Do we have to just use the same characters that have always been there? Can you not come up with anything new and interesting? And the answer is, I guess, no. They can't come up with anything new and interesting. Like, I feel like Mandalorian is the closest one in recent years to come up with new and interesting characters with, like, their bounty hunters in the episodes where Bill Burr, is that his name, Bill Burr, that comedian played a bounty hunter, and some of the, like, they used Ahsoka, or however you say her name, from the animated series and stuff. Do I like Creepio? I've never heard of it, so I don't know what that is. I want to this final upgrade for this. I think I'd rather get force. Except we have Rogue One to look at and say, hey, they can do something good. I need to rewatch Rogue One, to be honest. I feel like that's one of the only ones that, from what I've seen, was actually written well. Wow, nice. Okay. Home Bay. Go and get an anti-drone drone. Phase 2 plus. Later 2. There's a long charging weapon with a lot of projectiles. Okay. That looks like that works really well with the Coral Cannon. Don't feel too bad for the actors. They probably made gangbusters. So much of the budget goes to famous actors that they skimp out on paying writers a living wage. I wouldn't doubt that. I've also heard that over the years it's becoming less and less good for the special effects people. Like they're just like it was really shown in let's see, in She-Hulk. That part of the reason the effects were so bad is because they weren't they like either outsourced or didn't give them enough time or overwork, underpaid, too many hour requirements for the special effects people. Rogue One is a great Star Wars movie. It's half the reason why you love Andor so much, which in your opinion is the best Disney Plus Star Wars series yet. Another thing I still haven't watched that I need to watch. Andor. I kind of just want to skip the store. Unless I sell something there, there's literally nothing I can do. I guess I could sell stuff to unavailable. Actually, thank you for the 4 months in a row and 50 months of subbage, my friend. Appreciate that. Maybe laser 1. Gonna use a fire beam on the boss. And I'd have to sell something. Heavy laser 1. I think I'm just gonna keep what I have. Andor is so good at its storytelling. It's nice. Yeah, Shogi has told me many times about how good it is. I just need to actually check it out. Too busy watching, you know, YouTube videos about honestly, mainly about the game I was talking about earlier that I always talk about, Ashes of Creation. I'm just too busy watching those videos. I also don't have Disney Plus, so I'd have to use my brother's Disney Plus. Which I think he still has Disney Plus. Holy crap, that's a good deal. Okay. Alright, I do need to start investing, looking towards getting our 4th shield online. Andor is a slow burn, but it's really good. You're at 3 episodes into Fallout right now. Oh, did Fallout come out? Okay. Let's get rid of cloaking. There, no cloaking for you. Double ion. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8-power weapon. Holy crap. Sector 5? Wow. Sector 5, 8-power weapons. Okay. Got all of our easy fights out of the way. Now it's all these crazy difficult, really OP fights here. Yeah, they mind controlled the guy that was spawned for the special ability. That's pretty funny. I thought my slug was mind controlled for a second there, but no. I can tell with my slug, that's not a good enough deal. Fallout dropped last week, all episodes. Yeah. I would ask you how it is, but well, are you enjoying it? I guess that's the question I'll ask. Are you enjoying it? Because that's a subjective thing, that if some people are like, oh, it's great, and other people, it sucks. It'll at least be your subjective opinion. 3 episodes in, you are enjoying it? Okay, it's good to hear. Andor was so boring because it didn't immediately have the lightsabers going swish, swoosh, bam. Don't get why every time they make something with actually good characters and story, everyone likes it, yet they still make 10 Obi-Wans for everyone. Andor, huh? Okay, no cloaking for you, sir. A lot of Easter eggs for Fallout fans in the show. Okay, that's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 2 8-power weapon systems in a row in Sector. I said Sector 5. This is Sector 6. So I guess it's a little less surprising that it's a slug Sector 6 with 8-power weapons, but still, that's pretty high rolly for them. A lot of dodges. I want to offer you an anti-bio beam. That's great. I love that blue option. seeing what the surrender would be. Oh, I'm shieldless now. Holy, drone recovery when we already have one. Okay. Honestly, at this point, the lack of destruction field would have made this just a tad bit more challenging. Yeah, we have. I mean, the thing is, your disruption field disrupts systems that you don't see until either later sectors or difficult sectors or difficult fights. So if we don't find those difficult fights, then the disruptor field has not had too much that it's had to do. Shield value. Dodge power. The best Star Wars is Aural Knott's timeline. I have no idea what that is. Is that an extended universe thing? Teleporter is better. Alright, we get a Zoltan with weapon train. Huh? Do I actually put you on weapon? My rock has no shield training, so let's have an RPGNerdos on an RPGNerdos ship. It's only fitting. It's only fitting to have a Zoltan named RPGNerdos manning ship. You know what I think I do want to do is I want to be able to board. I don't care about a store, send me scrap, sure. Aural Knott's timeline is audio dubs of the movies. Is that what that is? And there's a flak. Okay. Do I could use a fire beam? Have a beam drone. I have drone recovery arm. Do I sell something for? Honestly, with the weapons I have, flak is a little too fast. All my weapons are too slow. I need to buy 4th shield. We have one more sector. There's a fun webcomic called Darths and Droids that is a comic made from screen caps. The premise is that the events of the movies are a tabletop RPG. Interesting. First time we've heard of the weapons too fast. I mean, it's your fault for making the best weapons too slow. Honestly, I still want to do it, but unless I know I can find other good fast weapons in the final sector, I should just use what I have, I think. So. I need 2 more weapon power, and then I can get the free bonus weapon power from the base, and I need 1 more shield power. Okay. Turn off your teleporter because reasons. Can't deny the ones you have. Pack a punch, coral cannon deletes 120 crew health when both heavy and shot hit the same room. Huh. They have level 3 teleporter, I guess. It's fine. Everything into weapons. This is a dive, so I don't have to do anything like board the crew kill or anything. I probably do finish the fight though, just for the people. Heal. Alright, sorted me again. Alright, give me your fuel, sir. So our weapons are slow, but they do pack a punch, that's for sure. Slow and pack a punch. NG or Mantis? I don't care about stores, I just want scrap. And I feel like these are 2 of the worst for scrap gains. Hopefully Mantis will have more ship fights. Alright. Give me Oliver this ship fights. Give me Oliver this ship fights. Oh, I had a stupid Italian accent there. A bad Italian accent there. Okay, he's got mind control, so we can disrupt that. I should turn on this combat drone. I wish I could get back a battery. Okay, beautiful. Alright. And we stopped his running. Very nice. Honestly, I wish you'd change it from combat drone, from Clone Bay being the only AE system to backup battery being the only AE system. But maybe that's just my love of backup battery. I guess what I should be doing is starting depowering this and having the extra drone be online. Okay, there is a store. I probably just avoid the store. I mean, the only really good thing would be like a better defensive drone, maybe, since we can't get cloaking. Okay. Let's do that. We need a lot of power for drone control and max weapon power and max shield power. So much power required. Only one of those hit damage. Oh, good job, defense drone. Got a Carl on this defense drone right here. Alright, that's fine. What's up, Gunther? How's it going? It's going. We're pretty OP. I mean, we're playing an RPGNerdos ship, so par for the course. Kicking ass, taking names, and using interesting new abilities. I could have disabled their teleporter. I keep forgetting to do it. I guess I could go to the store and attack the store. Could do that. It's not something I do very often. I wonder how powerful Mantis or ships are for the ship fight you can take at a fighting at a store. Okay, this is what should we call it? Words are hard. This is the weapon something. Ship collectors, that's the one. We just kill them and take their stuff. Dude. Gotta need power for days for all the upgrades I want to get. Okay, alright, well, we're getting lots of ship fights, so maybe I won't take the store for ship fight. So I want to get this. Good, now I can have the Lancer missile online. And we can... wait. Oh, okay, I still need one more upgrade to get the level... level... What is it I can get? Level 9 weapons? Wait, Mantis is the one that lets you get more than level 3 teleporter. Which is the one that lets you get more than 8 weapon power, I forget which one. Rebel? I think it might be a Rebel. Answer for teleporter, Rebels is weapon control, okay. Get all the weapons there. What happens if I turn this off after they've already teleported? You can't go back, I assume. Okay. So many powers. Oh my gosh, a double fire beam build. Okay, I think I need to go to the store because I have stuff to sell, actually. I forgot. I'm pretty sure I got a free something earlier. You have time to prep your WC for free base upgrades. WC is weapon control, right? Sell double fire beam? No, I plan on using one of them. Phase 1 of the boss. But I don't need two. Sure. Sure. So I think that's good. Do I have enough fuel for us this sector? Yeah, pretty much. I can get my weapons done, so now we just have to get to the base before the boss. We'll be able to use Lancer with this full build. Now I just need power for days and teleporter upgrades if I'm going to do a boarding strat phase 1 for crew killing. It'll be harder to do crew killing without hacking, but should still be doable. We've had one fire beam, yes. What about second fire beam? Alright, alright. Same. Lord of the Rings meme is last Thursday, I think we had that, when we had the option for that. Oh man, deleted that. Kill this and this. This is probably a crew kill. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they actually got the NG back up. That must be a level 3. Clone Bay. Just cheeky swipe here. Too much damage. Never tire of Lord of the Rings memes. Kinda hot in these rhinos. Is that a Lord of the Rings meme? That makes me think of the second Ace Ventura movie where he's given birth from a rhino. That's what that makes me think of. That is Ace Ventura too. Okay. Okay. Don't care about trying to keep all this. These weapons are decent. Okay, we want to get his, what do we want to get? His doors offline so the fires can spread easier. Please go in the heal bay. No. Okay, how about this? I've never done if the artillery is helping. Okay, he just goes back. Okay. All the fires. Might be the first crew kill we get if I can actually complete this crew kill. 62 months of subbage from Conscious. Well, thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate the continued randomness. We did it. We crew killed with this crazy ship. Oh, and we got a free mantis foot. Okay, not bad, not bad. Go beyond doors, or actually, maybe we want you to board with the crystal dude. Let's. You must have watched that scene in Ace Ventura 2 on VHS a dozen times. Your favorite part is that somehow the only thing between comfort and insanity was a tiny little fan. It's been a long time since I've watched that scene, so I just remember it being one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever seen in a movie. We got a Vulcan as well. Make him unable to board, unless he's got level 3. And another upgrade to do, potentially upgrade our what, disruption field, I think it's called. Yeah, Firebeam doesn't work great with this coral thing without hacking to keep their shields down, to be honest. Firebeam is not ideal. I'm hoping it'll still help us get some crew kills on the boss, but we won't have mind control counter for phase 3 because, you know, I'm allowed to buy mind control. What do I think peak Jim Carrey was? Well, I don't actually think peak Jim Carrey was any of his comedy stuff. I think it was his dramatic stuff. And I talk about this as being my favorite movie of all time all the time, so somebody in chat will probably be able to tell you. But I think his peak was Truman Show. Quinsu Ocha. I don't know what that means, but I assume you want me to maybe rename the Mantis then. That's my favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time, is actually The Truman Show. If you upgrade Disruption Field to the max, you will have mind control counter. True, that is true. If I chose peak Jim Carrey, that's good. None of his comedy stuff. No, not Eternal Sunshine. But another very good one that I know a lot of people love. Truman Show's my favorite, though. Eternal Sunshine was a great movie. It was very good. So shields. I mean, I have. NG will not let me keep his shields down. We'd do too much damage if I shot this with the coral cannon, so let like 3 shots go through here or something, maybe. That was too many. Alright, ship burns down, crew kill doesn't happen. Sad. Too much hull damage. Too strong. First world FTL problems. Just waiting for Rand to have a day where he wears the mask for stream. I mean, if I had to choose a favorite Jim Carrey comedy, I think The Mask is one of my favorites. Ace Ventura is not one of my favorites. But like Dumb and Dumber is probably one of the other ones I'd choose. If I had to choose Jim Carrey comedy, probably Dumb and Dumber. Man on the Moon was another good dramatic Jim Carrey movie. I've actually never watched that movie all the way. I've only seen scenes from it. I need to watch that. Alright, so what do we do? Get that from the base. This. Still needs so much stinking power. Liar Liar is a pretty good one too, it's true. Liar Liar is quite good. If I had to choose between Liar Liar and The Mask, I don't know, those are two of the best, I think. But like, Dumb and Dumber just has so many quotable moments. So many quotable, ridiculous, amazing scenes. So you're telling me there's a chance? What was all that 1 in a million talk? Just so many quotable things from Dumb and Dumber. You saying Andy Kaufman was a hero in that movie or the villain? I have no idea. Landed on the moon! That's great! Ah, what's up, guys? Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. It's just stupid random things in that movie. Harry, you're alive! And you're a terrible shot. Okay, let's see here. So power for days. Value point there. Value point there. So we can have drones and stuff. Jim Carrey's Riddler comedic role or dramatic? What? The Riddler from... I mean... Gosh, I'm even trying to remember the Riddler movie. That was... Was that the George Clooney Batman where he... The first George Clooney Batman where he played the Riddler? I remember that Batman movie just being bad all around, so... I don't really have much good to say about that one. No, that was one of the Val Kilmer ones, wasn't it? That was like the... Were there 1 or 2 Val Kilmer Batmans? Maybe there was only 2. Maybe there's only 1, I can't remember. Was that was the one with Nicole Kidman, wasn't it? Yeah, Tommy Lee as Two-Face. Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face. Nicole Kidman as the love interest. Forget her name. Something with a V, maybe. Need to reach the base first. Yes, I do need to do that. Do I care about a store? I do have a heal bomb to sell. Batman Forever. 1 Val Kilmer one and 1 Clooney one. Okay. I don't believe you will have any issues against the boss, even without the trifecta of systems. You think? You think? Honestly, I probably should have just bought this boss. Bought the base or whatever. Craft recovery arm, drone optimizer. I mean, I have 40 drone parts. I'm pretty sure I don't even need drone recovery arm, so sure glad I bought that. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So I probably got to go something like... If there's 3, so let's just jump to here. Could jump to the stronghold. I guess with this thing, from the base, we can jump to any of the strongholds. That'd be really good. Which last stand will be the last stand, I wonder? Might consider upgrading your disruption field if you can afford it. Yeah, I probably will do that. I can do it right now. It's interesting I can do that during a fight. There we go, we did it. And disrupt your plugging. No plugging allowed. I still need so much power if I want to use any drones with all the rest of my systems. Teleporter and stuff. Got the dodges. Okay. Well, artillery's helping now against this guy. I should have turned my fire beam over into Lancer. At least I got a drone driver recovery arm during the run. Yes, we did. Nicole Kidman was Dr. Chase Meridian. Yet another love interest that knew Bruce Wayne was Batman. How many of those were there? Like all of them, right? Like all of them. Okay, there's that. Power for days. feel like you're beginning to appreciate Tim Burton's Batmans the older you get. I haven't really rewatched those much over the years. It's been a while since I've seen any of the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman movies. I will say, Danny DeVito's Penguin will always be classic. Gotta love Danny DeVito's Penguin. At least 3 love interests knew that Bruce Wayne was Batman. Did Poison Ivy, played by Uma Thurman, right? I think Uma Thurman played Poison Ivy. Okay, so we go now, so we get our weapon upgrade. We use the Lancer missile. Did Michelle Pfeiffer know as Catwoman? Did she know? Can't remember what their interaction was like. Catwoman was the second one, right? Catwoman and Penguin were the 2 bad guys. Weapon control. We saw a new Batman coming out with a Penguin origin story. Really? Okay. Alright, so how are we going to crew kill phase 1? When I can't hack missiles and I can't cloak missiles, do I actually want the artillery on? I feel like it'll kill my crew. I feel like I want artillery to fire once. We take cloaking offline phase 1. Defense drone online and everything else. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Get 1 more power so we turn on the combat drone phase 3. I do have Lancer missile to punch away at the missile. That's true. My main issue is doing too much damage while trying to get their missile down and crew killing, so I gotta be very careful with how much damage we do. Turn off their cloaking. Pretty nice that we can just turn that off. 35 drone park, I'll just turn on anti-drone. There's some fires. It's very good. All right, now I need to turn off artillery. Secondary group of orders. Yes, I do. Late on doing this. It's fine. It's 8 health. Okay. Guys back. Okay, there are no shields up currently. That's perfect. Keep those burning. I also have clone base, so I gotta be careful when I board and lock down a room. You guys need to heal. On. Okay, well that didn't work out. Okay, it's the first time the missile was able to do damage to us. That's not too bad. Somehow his missile's completely repaired. Huh, not quite sure how that happened. I died in a fire. Strange of you. Strange choice you just made there, sir. Did his hack ever get through? It did not, did it? Oh, I'm getting... Trying to get them to die in a fire. How am I gonna... Being a fire in here, stopping them from... That's good. Beautiful. Okay. He's got 2 crew left. How do we want to fully crew kill so that they I need to be very careful here. So I can insta-board on their stuff. Okay. I need them to not actually kill piling over screwed. Okay, perfect. We do this. Make sure you guys don't accidentally kill yourselves. There we go. Okay, and now we finish him. Okay, very good. So used to having clone bay on a boarding ship that had to feel careful there to not kill my own crew. Everything's fine, Chad. Everything's fine. Calculated. Basically calculated. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. We took 3 damage. Full crew kill. We can now insta-board missiles and never have to worry about missiles, I think. Don't really need fire beam online anymore. But it won't hurt. This. I do need to be careful again about killing my own crew. 4 fuel to get the stronghold to repair. We'll do that after we get this one. If it was you, those boarders would have died. Okay. Alright, this is not enough time, so I need to board and kill. Well, not board, but I do need to kill crew, so... How do I want to do this? Lockdown. So, dodge first shot, not ideal. Okay, pretty good. Did kill the clone bay already, good, so we're going to get a secondary group of boarders. Go there, you go there. And board here. Rock fights in the fire while you go up here. Turn off the artillery so I don't kill my own boarders. This will hopefully be the crew kill. Been pretty good. I could specialize my humans too. I forgot to do that. There we go. Not enough time, not enough time. We got a force field drone, which is actually pretty nice because that can man a system if we need to, but I guess if I board with a human, maybe having that guy available to man the system is terrible. put it on my bar, and I plan on using all these drones though, except maybe after phase 2 I can get rid of anti-drone and put the force field drone on maybe. Okay. So we can get one stronghold with our ability to jump everywhere with the double, what is it called? Superior navigation system. So we want anti-drone and defense drone. We want to instaboard into missiles. 133 scrap gets us artillery. Yeah, artillery upgrade, I guess, and then maybe an extra drone control, I guess. It's not terrible. Need to not kill the ship so fast that I kill my boarding crew. I need to worry about that. Most of enemy drone control won't be working phase 2. That's true. We need to make use of this. Instaboard here. This. That's right. I keep forgetting about all this bonus thing. There we go. I'm trying to decide. No, I think we're about to kill him. I'm trying to decide if I actually do anything else with my borders. Tim Tam, thank you for the 20 months in a row of subbage. Hi ho. Hi ho, hi ho. 40 scrap. If I could have force field drone if I wanted. I don't even think I want a board. These reasons I don't have Zoltan Shield bypass. Although I will be able to turn his mind control off, so maybe I'll board. Maybe. I do want the advanced combat drone. So let's go stronghold, then fight him. That'll give us enough to get advanced combat drone online, I think, with our defense drone. Yeah. Those two on. 2013, a good year. What? What was 2013? What was that reference to? Did we just get something that was 2013? 20-month streak you're on in a row as well. Great. Alright. What are we doing here? Auto fire, auto fire, auto fire. See how quickly we get through the Zoltan Shield with this crazy whole laser combat drone. Oh, of course they blew it up. Why wouldn't they? Real? I was gonna say we'll hack now, but I can't hack. Hacking doesn't exist. I want to board. Okay. So I do this. Killed my defense drone. Not ideal. Oh, goddamn, this shitty game. You go here. I don't have a lot of good hits there. Stay with this,
goddamn this fucking game.
Whatchamacallit offline. Wow, and they're stunned, so I can't. Well, artillery is helping by messing up our boarding crew. That's not ideal. This is still online. Didn't kill any of our boarders. Fire and GG. Alright, the Lunar Fighter from RPGNerdos. One of the less straightforward. Well, I mean, they're less straightforward. The slower, one of the slower runs, just because how slow the weapons were. But GG cookie time for the Lunar Fighter. Pretty good artillery. I gotta say, forcing me to not be able to use cloaking or hacking forced me to play differently. Quite a good score though. I forgot to turn off mind control, you're right. I completely forgot. If one of the main things I'm supposed to do on one of your ships is go through 2 menus to use the ability, I'm gonna forget. I forgot to hit F4, P, scroll down, and hit the blue option. I'm not trained to do that in vanilla FTL, so you're right, I could have turned off the mic control, completely forgot. Still a fun ship, though. Very well put together. Artillery was quite interesting. Those weapons were OP. That coral weapon especially. They're really fun. Thank you again for all your amazing ships, RPGNerdos. Next, we're going to play one of Zach Dog's Star Trek mod ships. So, be ready for that. But before we do that, Sam Stretch, use the restroom. You all get some chair time. Enjoy the chair or ad time. When we come back, we'll play some Star Trek shenanigans. Y'all rock. See you in a bit, my friend.